evening. It's now up to Governor Kristi Noem to decide whether to sign House Bill 1217 into law. It would require student athletes in South Dakota to sign a document stating their biological sex and would limit who can play in girls' and women's sports. Kettleland's Sarah McDonald shows us what this could mean for sporting events.
House Bill 1217 is being called an act to promote continued fairness in women's sports. Supporters of the legislation say male athletes often are physically larger and stronger than female athletes in similar sports. The bill was originally killed in committee but was smoked out on the Senate floor and then passed on Monday. Thomas Lee is the executive director of Sioux Falls Sports Authority, an organization that hosts sporting events. He says the bill could take a toll on future sporting events in the area.
There will be likely fallout here for events, sporting events, concerts, conventions that will have a similar effect to what North Carolina went through a few years ago regarding loss impact, sporting events being taken away, other events being taken away that have already been awarded, but also events that maybe now we don't have the opportunity to bid on simply because we won't be given that chance.
The economic impact that sporting events bring could also be affected.
If we won't have the chance to go after those and to host those for the community, that's a major blow to what we do. It's a major blow to our hospitality community here in Sioux Falls.
He says the South Dakota High School Athletic Association and the NCAA already have policies in place for transgender athletes.
The process already works. To make this state law is an unnecessary step, and quite frankly, I think it's seen as overreach.
In Sioux Falls, Sarah McDonald, Kettleland News.
Kettleland News also reached out to the executive director of the South Dakota High School Activities Association to ask about its current policy and their reaction to House Bill 1217.
We've had a policy since 2013. It's worked rather well. We've had one student participate as a transgender female in the history of our policy. We have none right now. And our policy, as is, supported overwhelmingly by our association.
For a more in-depth look at the bill, head over to this Kettleland.com original by Jacob Newton.